On a much more positive note, late last week, a celebration was had for a major legacy in our West Bloomfield schools at Roosevelt
hmm
Elementary School. Of course, they're in their final weeks of operation before 104 years of memories come to a close at Roosevelt School in Keego Harbor. Late last week, we were at Roosevelt for their big celebration, their full event, which is now on demand on civiccentertv.com, honoring Roosevelt, also on our YouTube page and on our Facebook page as well, if you'd like to watch them. And I had a chance to talk to someone that's been around for a long time at Roosevelt Elementary School, one of the most recognizable faces in the Husky Pack community. Lisa Jennings, longtime administrative assistant at Roosevelt, is retiring essentially after 28 years. However, she'll be back at the beginning of next school year for just a few months, moving around the other 4 schools within the district. I had a chance to talk to her about her time at Roosevelt Elementary School, about the legacy of this community, and what makes the Roosevelt Husky Pack, as they call themselves, so special. I spoke to her to reflect on that grand legacy.
Well, I've had the good fortune of working with some really great people that have helped shape me, like I said in my speech tonight, shape me into who I am today. But it's also the families. I mean, I have had the privilege of working with some kids and then now their kids. And that's the beauty of working somewhere for almost 3 decades. The Roosevelt community's always been a very supportive one, and I can't imagine having spent my 28 years anywhere else.
And it was mentioned a lot during the events earlier on tonight that, once a Husky, always a Husky. When we say once a Husky, always a Husky, define what it means to be one.
So to be a Husky means you are there for all of your friends, whether it's the students or the staff. And as staff leave and go on to other areas, we still invite them back. It's because you're always part of our family. We're very much like a family, not just colleagues, but we feel this sense of family and a special connection. So even if you leave and go on to somewhere else, you're still one of us.
And in terms of your career, you're making a change yourself. You're going to kind of be floating throughout the school district for a while before you come to the end of your career. So as you think about the end of this school year, now take us through your emotions, your feelings as you make some changes in your life and kind of go out in a shining way like Roosevelt is.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine it all coming to an end, and obviously that part is very bittersweet. I have retirement to look at, which is exciting, but at the same time, walking away from what I know and have done for 28 years it's very bittersweet. I hate to see the school year come to an end and to say goodbye to so many wonderful people, but it's nice to know that I'll be able to see a lot of them in the 4 elementaries before I transition off into retirement.
As these Roosevelt kids disperse throughout the school district to the other 4 elementary schools, what advice do you have for their communities about bringing these Huskies in, but also about building their own new communities with the Huskies that are joining theirs?
Well, I think it's important that kids, it's hard for change. Change is hard for everybody, but that they embrace that and try to make new friends. And I think they've been doing these transition activities, which maybe at least get them to put faces to names and recognize who these principals and these other teachers are. And I think it'll be easy for our kids, because we spend so much time talking about kindness and compassion, that when they get into these other buildings, they'll have an easier time making friends and making those connections.
104 years of Roosevelt, 28 years that you've been a leader in this community, LJ. As we wrap up 104 years of Roosevelt and 28 years of your career, anything else that you want to say about your time as a Roosevelt Husky?
I mean, this place has been my family. I said tonight that it was never just a job for me. This was my heart and my soul. I spent probably more time here than I do with my own family. But really the staff that I've been able to work with, and several of them came back tonight, that they really have shaped me into being a better person and helped inspire me to do better at everything I've done. And I've loved every minute of it. And once a Husky, always a Husky.